We didn't have a Boys and Girls Club in the city of Sunrise, and we said, hey, perfect opportunity to expand our services and kind of continue to grow and do more and more. Yeah, we really wanted to provide the youth of the city of Sunrise an opportunity to have great futures and really to have an opportunity to go to a Boys and Girls Club. You know, we really want to serve more kids more often with greater impact. And the way for us to do that is to look for partnerships throughout our county, throughout our communities, and where we can do that.
It's about impact. It's about making sure that we can work smarter, not harder. And using partners is a way to do that.
One of the partnerships in particular is with the city of Sunrise. We wanted to continue to grow, continue to serve more kids in other areas that we weren't serving today. We looked at potential opportunities. Where could we provide these services? And we found that there was a community center nestled into a neighborhood in the city of Sunrise that really wasn't being utilized. And the city said, hey, opportunity for a Boys and Girls Club to come in here, provide services to the community so that kids and so that the families and parents could all take advantage of that. We really settled on this partnership, settled on the community center, and it's been fantastic. We've opened now for the last 3 months. And before we even opened the doors, we had over 100 teams pre-registered. You have to look at multiple partnerships. You have to look at many different things. And they truly say it takes a village to raise a child, and it does. And we knew that if we came together with the city, in addition to other people, we can really be that village for those children in the community.
When you look at the state of Kentucky, you would see that there were 10 organizations, and they were all in central to western Kentucky, and there was only one organization in eastern Kentucky. And so we knew that there were more children that needed to be served. And so we started this just as an outreach to serve more children, but it really took off, and we saw what ease you could start a club at a college campus. We were approached by Union College, and it's about an hour away from our original club site in Harlan, Kentucky. And the president of the college was familiar with Boys and Girls Clubs because she was from Texas, and her daughter grew up in a Boys and Girls Club. And they were going to start an after-school program, and just because she was familiar with the quality of the program, she wanted it to be a Boys and Girls Club. So she reached out to us, and so we got the conversation going, and we started a club on Union College's campus. We saw what an easy partnership that was and how it really saved both entities a lot of resources, especially after the pandemic. There's a lot of space on campus, and so they're, looking to kind of revitalize college campuses, just because after the pandemic, enrollment was down. Colleges are still trying to get enrollment up. And so this is something that can really breathe life into a college campus. But now, Boys and Girls Clubs of America, with this new strategy, we're going to serve 18 to 24-year-olds. And so I'm so excited about this because we can serve the actual students on campus. So not only are we serving this younger generation, and we're trying to really acclimate them to college campuses, get them familiar with it, get them familiar with just the students and what student life is like and dorm life. And so they're really getting acclimated to post-secondary education. And while they are there, they're getting to mix, the younger students are getting to mix with the older students. And there's really this just natural mentorship. Opening this club on Union's campus, it was our second club site. And so once we saw the ease of that, we were like, we have to replicate this. We need to do this elsewhere. So we started as the Boys and Girls Clubs of Harlan County, and we are now the Boys and Girls Clubs of Appalachia. And that's our plan, is to go into different colleges and just serve the Appalachian region.
Well, what we're doing in Portland, Oregon is moving our club spaces into corporate areas, right? And so partnering with local corporations to really drive our work around workforce readiness, to have an opportunity to learn about different industry career pathways, and to actually see themselves and imagine themselves working the jobs in those corporate spaces. The biggest challenge for us is transportation, and making sure that internships and first-time job opportunities are accessible for our young people. And one of the ways that we have addressed that particular problem is creating partnerships around transportation with those who have the resources to help us meet the need for transportation. Rideshare was a big area, right? So how can we increase our bandwidth to provide transportation resources specifically for our teens, where we invested in rideshare credits. So, Lyft and Uber, and providing those resources as a support for our teens to get to their work sites. Now, when people think about Boys and Girls Clubs of Portland Metro, they think about workforce development. On a full age continuum from ages 6 to 18, local corporations now see us as a pipeline for future workforce.
We didn't want zip codes to determine someone's future. And the Boys and Girls Club is a safe place for kids to go, to have access to life-changing programs, access to wonderful mentors, and really to show them what's possible. But it's because of the opportunities that we created, because of these conversations, people are seeing what's possible. And when you show people what's possible, obviously the sky's the limit.
When you're building relationships, whether that's with a donor, whether it's with a member and their family, or a partner that you're bringing to the table, there has to be patience. I think you also have to make sure that you don't come to the table with an already preconceived agenda. Understanding that there is work to be done, that we all have similar goals, and we may have different goals, and how do we find those compromises and what meets in the middle. Building relationships with partners is really important. That takes time. So knowing that if we decide to have a partnership, that it's not going to happen overnight. Relationships and partnerships develop at the speed of trust.
Just do it. If you have a college campus in your community, you already have a partnership there, just speak to the college president, speak to the leadership of the college. And, I have resources I'll be happy to share, but it is just such I can't shout it enough. It's such a great partnership for Boys and Girls Clubs. It does so much for the college and the students, because I'm seeing, once we started this partnership, that college kids have the same needs as their, 6 to 18-year-olds, because they have grown up in trauma, homes with just trauma and really negative influences, and then they go to college and they're not prepared. And so just being able to serve this new demographic of youth, and being able to, have our younger kids grow up and them all work together, I'm so excited about it. It's going to be a really great year.